I'm gonna try to help you succeed in whatever you're doing. And you could be someone who is already a home inspector who has clients and just wants to boost the inspection business, or you're completely new, right? There's many of you who are completely new, haven't performed a home inspection for a client yet. And I think that InterNACHI has everything you need to reach any of your goals, whether you're already running a multi-inspector firm or you just came from a trade, maybe you're a carpenter or something, or the military, and you're transitioning into getting a new career, a new credential, and starting something new. And that's what I want to show you. So it doesn't matter if you're a veteran or brand new or somewhere in between. I think what I like to share is what's available from InterNACHI. And the issue is we could overwhelm you with information, and I don't want to do that. I know what InterNACHI has available for you, but I don't know what you need. So if you ever need something specific, you could always reach out to InterNACHI staff, and we're on the contact page. If you go to anynachi.org page, there's about 30 of us who work for you. Just click contact us. And that is a great resource for you. You can't possibly hire 30 people to help you with your business. It's just too costly, right? So leverage that resource. Contact us with anything that you need so that we can stick to our focus, which is on our homepage, right? Just, we want to help you succeed. So if you go to anynachi.org page, top right corner is a login, and you get to your dashboard. And I like to show you all the resources in your dashboard there. And it's about inspection training, certification, business, marketing, things like that. So in your dashboard there. And maybe if you have a notebook or something, you can write some notes down, because I just took a class myself. It was a 3-day class, and I thought, I'm not going to take a lot of notes. And now I'm going backwards, and I can't remember what the first day was all about, right? So if you want to just jot down some notes or something like that, that might be a good thing for you, because again, InterNACHI has a ton of resources, and you may just see something, oh, I haven't tried that, I got to try that, and that's where I can find it, right? So your dashboard, top right corner of anynachi.org page, if you're a member of InterNACHI, you log in and you have a dashboard filled with resources. And I'm going to show you a few of those things. But this is all about everything you need to be successful. And what I'd like you to think about is leveraging InterNACHI. And leverage means, like, you're going to, when you leverage something, you take advantage of something that multiplies your effort. So if you are going to put effort into something, you can do it all yourself, or you can leverage something that just multiplies whatever you put in. And that's what leveraging InterNACHI does for our members. So when you join InterNACHI, you have a world of opportunities available to you and a ton of resources, so that you're not doing everything all yourself. And delegation is a key to success. I mean, having systems and processes in place so that you're not doing everything is going to really help you, especially if you're starting off in your first year. Because if you're going to try to do it all yourself, stats aren't very good for those who are all alone. So what you want to do is leverage something that enhances everything that you do, makes it easier. And it just, the goal is to make a ton of cash, right? So you can make a great living. And so leverage InterNACHI's resources. Let me show you some of those resources that you can leverage so that you multiply your individual effort in order to gain a lot of great results. So let's go to the top right corner of any NACHI.org page and log into the dashboard. And let me put my fancy, let's see, where is that thing? So you guys can see what I'm looking at. There it is. So top right corner of any NACHI.org page, go to your dashboard and you click that. Now there's a ton of things in here, but let's go over a few that are really important. And it's on the left-hand side. And let's just go to licensing first. Okay. So a couple of you are out of state, and I can't remember if like Oklahoma licenses home inspectors or another state licenses home inspectors. But if it does, what you want to do is you want to click licensing, because InterNACHI has resources that you can take it full advantage of so that you are more successful than doing it without doing that, right? So go to licensing and you simply scroll down and you choose your area. So if you're in Oklahoma, you just click Oklahoma to get to that state-specific page. I'm in North Carolina. I've got resources in North Carolina, right? In Colorado, you'd go to Colorado. So let's go to Colorado, right? Since you're in Colorado, let's just go to Colorado as an example. And you scroll down and you're going to hit all this information. Just keep scrolling down about continuing education, about insurance for inspectors, about school partners, about chapters. There's a ton of chapters in Colorado. There's a ton of chapters all over the world, really. And I'll show you how to access that. There's all kinds of things like real estate cards. So if you want to network with real estate agents, which is part of your marketing strategy, that was part of my marketing strategy. When I was a home inspector and I had clients, now I just do home inspections with other inspectors and we have fun in front of cameras. But when I was a home inspector, we networked with real estate agents. And, you know, one of the most things for me was to start a conversation with another professional, you know, and the ultimate goal is to try to get their work, for them to switch from using their favorite inspector to using me. And how do I do that? We're terrible salespeople, right? We're terrible salesmen. Home inspectors are not really trained on how to sell their services. Well, through InterNACHI, we have easy tools that you can use with very little effort. And one of them is to network with real estate agents by giving them this card. And this card tells them how to get free CE in their state in 3 easy steps. So leverage InterNACHI's resources, like getting certified in radon in Colorado, or WDO, or doing commercial inspections. When you do commercial inspections, instead of doing home inspections for a few $100s, now you're doing commercial inspections for a few $1,000. You're not playing with hundreds of dollars, you're getting thousands of dollars, right? So top right corner, whoop, go to your dashboard, go to licensing. If you're in a licensed, regulated state, click licensing. Regardless of whether you're in a licensed state or not, you want to get certified. And that's the button right above licensing. So licensing here, and above licensing is certification. So if you are in an unregulated state, if the state doesn't regulate home inspectors, you should get certified. And if you are in a regulated state, like I'm a licensed home inspector in Florida, I have a Florida home inspector license in Florida so that I can teach classes down there. On top of that, I should get certified, because just holding a license doesn't mean you're going to be successful. So what you want to do is start to think about how you can distinguish yourself from all of the rest. So if you're in a regulated state and the state requires you to get a license, you have to go beyond that, because the state license doesn't guarantee anything. It actually enforces that you are equal to everybody else holding the same license, that you've met the same minimum standard to perform an inspection, just like everybody else, the hundreds or thousands of other licensee holders, right? And that's no good. If you're in an unregulated state, what you want to do is distinguish yourself from all the uncertified, unassociated, unaccredited home inspectors. And you want to leverage InterNACHI as the world's largest organization of home inspectors, and you want to borrow that trust and show other people that you are worthy of their trust, that you are certified, that you have a credential from a very large organization. It's like a Google review, right? But from the biggest organization on the planet of home inspectors. So if you're brand new, getting a license is one thing, but you have to distinguish yourself from other licensees. Get certified. And if you're brand new, that's an easy way to gain what you lack. If you're new to this profession, you lack what's essential to be successful. You know what that is? It's not experience. It's credibility. No one knows you. No one's talking about you. You don't have any Google reviews. No one's recommending you. And right now, no one trusts you. So this is a quick, good, easy way to gain credibility if you're brand new. Let's say I'm a veteran home inspector. I've been doing this for 20 years. What do I need this for? Being InterNACHI certified means that you are a professional who abides by a code of ethics, a standards of practice, and a continuing education policy that exceeds any other licensed professional. Most real estate agents, for example, are required to take like 6 CE hours a year on average. 6. You can do that in your sleep. That's nothing. To maintain your InterNACHI certification, you got to take 24 hours of CE, but that's okay. It's all online and free through InterNACHI. This is something that every member should do. Attain InterNACHI certification. It ain't easy. The exam is hard. The courses are challenging. And we actually have a home inspector certification program that's a college certificate program, because InterNACHI School is the only accredited tuition-free home inspector college on planet Earth, right? And we have an accredited, nationally accredited home inspector certificate program, just like any college has. Yale, Harvard, NC State, I'm from North Carolina, UNC, Penn State, same type of accreditation. It's a 1-year term program. At the end of your college course, you get a certificate. So if you're brand new and you want to gain credibility, borrow trust from InterNACHI by becoming certified. Becoming a certified home inspector through InterNACHI is the best thing you can do. So top right corner, log into your dashboard. On the left, there's licensing, certification. Now click this link and it says 60 additional certifications. What? Wait a minute. You just told me to become a certified home inspector and everything's going to be great. Why do I have to get certified in anything else? Right? Because it's not over yet, right? Just holding one credential isn't enough. In markets that go up and down, what you want to do is diversify your services. That's the key to success. It's another key to success. Diversifying. Just like if you're investing in the S&P 500 or something, you want to diversify your investments broadly so that you can, if it goes up and down, on average, you're confidently going in the right direction. Same thing with running a business, a home inspection business. You want to diversify your services. You want to have other things in play. So becoming trained and certified And additional types of inspector certifications is a great way to diversify your services. And also it's one of the best ways to make more money. You have these additional vertical markets, revenue streams. Like, for example, when I was doing a home inspection, I would do a home inspection and then the mold guy would come through, spend 20 minutes taking a couple air samples with a little pump and make as much as me and then leave. And here I am trying to do a home inspection within 3 hours, taking on all this responsibility, having insurance back me up, going into the crawl space, into the attic space for 3 hours, just working so hard. I'm like, what is this? Mold? What? So we became mold inspectors. All the inspectors became mold inspectors so that we can offer this additional service. Every home inspection that I used to do in my company, every home inspection, if I did a home inspection, I showed up to a home and I did a home inspection alone, we were losing money. In order to make a ton of cash, what you want to do is figure out ways, leverage resources, right? Leverage resources that make you more money. And one of the best ways to do it, to increase gross revenue, is to offer more services and then bundle them. So when I did a home inspection, I had a 75% chance of doing a radon test and a 50% chance of doing a termite inspection. So when I did a home inspection for $396, $129 for radon, $75 for termite, that turned out to be like $600. I was doing a $600 inspection in 3 hours, not a $400, a $600. At the end of the day, I was bringing home over $1,000. Every inspector in the company was bringing over $1,000. $1,000 a day is a great living. But you have to leverage resources around you in order to increase gross revenue, but don't increase your time. So in business, another key thing is, write this down, is, I was a math teacher. I became a math teacher when I was in college, right? Thank God I didn't do that. Becoming a home inspector is so much more fun. But in math, there's a fraction, the top divided by the bottom, the numerator divided by the denominator. So the numerator, if you can imagine that, is gross revenue. And what you want to do is think about increasing your gross revenue and divide it by what? Money divided by time. And you want to increase your gross revenue. You want to increase the top and squeeze the bottom so that you make more money per time, because time is your most precious asset. You don't want to spend 8 hours on one home inspection for $300, right? First of all, nobody wants to do an 8-hour home inspection, right? Neither should you. But you have to think about how much time am I going to invest in making how much money? So what you want to do is leverage InterNACHI to increase gross revenue. And this is one of the ways to increase gross revenue, with these additional revenue streams, being trained and certified in additional things and bundling them. People love bundles, like a Happy Meal at McDonald's. You get a drink and fries and the burger. The burger is the home inspection. The drink and fries are the ancillary additional inspections. And so what you want to do is leverage and increase gross revenue. We have those things. I'm going to show you a couple more of those things to increase your gross revenue. And then we have a couple resources to make yourself efficient. And when you're doing inspections, and one of the best ways to make yourself efficient, one of the first ways to make yourself efficient, making money, is to be trained well. So take InterNACHI courses, take as many training courses as possible and become technically excellent at doing inspections. Become really good inspect. When you take a course at InterNACHI, go out and do an inspection on your home or on your friend's home. When you take the appliance course at InterNACHI, I'll show you how to get it. So you go to InterNACHI.org page, you get started. We'll come back to this page. And you go to education and training. And let's say I want to practice Inspecting the kitchen. Well, to inspect the kitchen, it's basically all about appliances. And guess what? InterNACHI, the only home inspector college, don't ever go to an unaccredited school. Go to InterNACHI, internachi.edu. Look for that .edu. Take the appliance inspection course, and there's a dishwasher there. And you learn everything about inspecting all the appliances, the range, the oven, microwave, the sink, garbage disposal, trash compactor, everything in the kitchen, according to a standard of practice and an inspection process. You're all going to inspect the kitchen. Might as well get trained on how to do it very well. And then you take that knowledge, you literally copy, paste, and steal from InterNACHI courses. This is what I'm telling you to do. Do it. The checklist for inspecting, let's say, if you wanted to inspect a refrigerator, even though that appliance often leaves with your home buying home seller, anything you wanted to inspect in the kitchen. I'm just focusing on the kitchen. This is for HVAC, roof, and anything. You get the course, you find the checklist, and you steal that checklist and you stick it in your software. And you train yourself on how to inspect that system with all the components according to a standard using an inspection checklist in your software. And that makes you more efficient with your time. Now you're making a lot of money and you're being more efficient with your time. And one of the most efficient ways to inspect is using a mobile device. So use InterNACHI's free checklist to practice, but find software that runs on a mobile device so that you can hold that checklist that I'm referring to in your hand and you can't make a mistake and you're not wasting your time. Yeah. So that's an example. Let's go back to the certification. So up here, dashboard, licensing, certification, right? There's InterNACHI certificate. You got to do all these steps to be a graduate of that home inspector certificate program. And then there's that link to the certifications. So if you're going down here, you can just scroll and see the over 60 different types of, here's healthy homes. Healthy homes, we spend most of our lives in our homes and our workplace buildings. And science, not InterNACHI, science shows that if the home or building is not healthy, that affects a person's health. So if you're not feeling well, if your neighbor ain't feeling well, if your mom, your grandparent, someone's not feeling well, you are in a great position to provide incredible, valuable information to that person to help them be healthy as a healthy homes inspector. Because our homes, our buildings, our shelters, our apartments, our condominiums affect our health because we spend so much time inside now. So becoming a healthy homes inspector is a whole different kind of revenue stream, whole almost different kind of business. So there's indoor air quality. There's mold inspector. We talked about that. A lot of hurricanes, an arm of the hurricane, most recent hurricane came up through Western North Carolina and did some big damage. So we created a post-hurricane building safety inspector logo. You use this stuff to get trained or certified, or just to use it for marketing, to show people that you are credible and you have the knowledge and skills to give them valuable information that they need. Home inspectors are incredibly valuable. Here's the 11th month warranty inspection. So check out a neighborhood, and if you're doing that's being built by a builder or something, make sure you write down the date that home was built, or when somebody moves in, and try to nail them with some mailing to say, hey, before that 1-year warranty from your builder expires, you want me to check, make sure there aren't any major structural problems, for example. There's rental ready. A lot of people can't afford to buy a home and they're renting homes or apartments. That's great. But man, it's like when you rent, the landlord's not even listening to you. So maybe you need a service that people can leverage in order to communicate to the landlord, maybe before they move in, about the things that they want fixed before they move into their rental. So we don't know. So InterNACHI, again, has all these resources. What do you need to be successful, right? So you want to take a look at all these resources, and it starts from your dashboard. Whoops. Top right corner, you go to your dashboard. So that's licensing, that's certification. And once you become certified, then you can print out your certificate. You can add it to your website. You can download a QR verification code or image, a QR code, and stick that, on the back of your inspection vehicle or something. And the QR code, people scan it and they can see if you're certified or not. Oh, that's a verification thing. And you can get a ton of logos as well. I mean, we have a ton of logos that are available, and it's through your dashboard. There's an InterNACHI logo. Don't actually put InterNACHI logo on anything. Maybe, on your shirt, like I have here. But what you want to do is you want to make sure that you have your CPI logo there or any other certification logo. And then I would, instead of, I'd put your company logo here. Nobody knows what internet, put your company logo right here. Instead of InterNACHI's logo, put your company logo right here and your name, right? Don't promote InterNACHI. No one knows who InterNACHI is. You want to put your company name. You want to distinguish yourself from all the rest. Use these logos to show credibility, but you want a custom logo as part of your marketing. And let me show you how to get that. So top right corner, you log into your dashboard, and then there's licensing, certification, and then there's marketing. And marketing here, we have a ton of resources. We got those logos. You can download certification logos and logos for your website, logos for your business card. But if you wanted to start thinking about marketing yourself, marketing your services, marketing your certifications, you want to leverage this resource. And this is the InterNACHI marketing team. And if you go to the InterNACHI marketing team, there's 8 people you can meet. These 8 people are on the InterNACHI marketing team, and they don't do marketing for InterNACHI. They do marketing for InterNACHI members. They work for you. If you need a logo, a custom logo to put on your shirt, don't put the InterNACHI logo here, put your custom logo, your business logo on here, but you don't know where to start. You don't even have a company name yet, or a domain, or a look, or a feel, or a color, or a shape. This is the team you contact. They can consult with you. They'll ask you questions and figure out what your company name is, what your business is all about, what you do for other people, what needs you fulfill, what problems you solve, what services you provide. They're highly professional illustrators, designers, business consultants. We even have our editor-in-chief. She'll make sure everything that they design for you is perfect. Again, you can't hire 8 people to work on your marketing 24/7. But through InterNACHI, you can leverage this resource and multiply your effort so that you're really successful in your print marketing. Print marketing is anything you can physically hold, but it's also digital. So the logos are digital. All the marketing is digital, and then you can print it out, essentially. So you got your logos, business card. You can go to Vistaprint. Vistaprint is a great company, but they're not focused on home inspectors. And careful when Vistaprint says free. InterNACHI marketing team, all of their work is free. All you do is pay for the printing, place an order, pay for the print. So for example, a box of business cards, 1,000 business cards, I think is 100 bucks or something, 120 bucks. I don't know, something like that. I think it's a few pennies per card. That's what you pay. That's it. You don't pay for the team to work on your business card design for hours and hours. And they'll itemize that for you. And all their work is free. That's one of the resources, one of the great resources. In fact, if I was in the class right now, I'd be thinking about marketing while you're learning how to become a great inspector. You have to also, at the same time, work on your marketing. But don't do it alone. Just leverage resources because you are busy right now. You're busy trying to be a great inspector, learning about appliances and how to perform an inspection for your neighbor and using software and checklists. Oh, there's so much going on. You got to leverage other resources. Check out their work too. So if you take a look at their logos, for example, maybe you're thinking about logo, maybe you sketched a logo, maybe you look at a red truck home inspection logo. That's really cool. I like that, right? Here's another logo, Atlas, New Life. There's so many different things. Just scroll down and get inspired, right? Maybe you want an animal or a dog. Maybe it's more letters than images, right? Maybe it's a lot of images. I would for sure don't do a house with a chimney on it and a magnifying glass. I mean, that was 1980. Welcome to 2025, okay? Enough with the house and the smoke coming out of the chimney and a magnifying glass, right? And the Sherlock Holmes thing, right? So I love Black Bear. That's really great. Look at Dalmas, a ship. So think about marketing and distinguishing yourself from all the rest. Does Spartan look like Orion? No, right? Does Keystone Castle look like Timberline or Ace? No, they're very different. And that's what you want to be. You want to be very different from your competitors because you're going to have competitors. And you're going to be performing an inspection according to the same standards of practice and code of ethics. You're going to be using the same kind of software. You're going to be taking pictures just like everybody else and taking videos and using the same checklists and things like that. So what's going to distinguish you from all the rest? Well, it starts with your marketing. It starts with you. You're different from everybody else. And then it's the way you communicate how you're different, how you serve people differently from all the rest. And an easy way to distinguish yourself is getting a logo designed from a marketing team that knows what they're doing. And you don't even pay them. You just leverage all their hard work for you. And that's the beauty of InterNACHI. You leverage InterNACHI resources in order to take advantage of all the things that we have in order for you to be successful. Okay. Marvin asks, what about Ohio? And Ethan replies, yep. You may have missed it. So you go to your dashboard to find your state. You go to your dashboard, top right corner, log in, and you go to licensing and you click your state. Okay. And you scroll down and you click Ohio. Okay. Whoop, right there. Okay. So we did licensing, certification, marketing. We're in marketing, getting print materials, a logo, a certification logo. We have home maintenance books, which is a great way to continue the relationship with every client. You don't want to do a home inspection and leave. You want to build a network of people that trusted you, hired you, and loved your work and thought you provided overwhelming value to their lives. In fact, you need to start thinking, when you're thinking about marketing, you need to start thinking of how incredibly valuable you actually are. You are incredibly valuable. Home inspectors are incredibly valuable because you provide critical information that people need to make a smart decision, a financial decision that will last a lifetime. There's no one else on the planet that can help millions of homeowners every year other than the home inspectors of InterNACHI. We are incredibly valuable to the nation. You provide information to people to make smart decisions. And it isn't about, do you want fries with that? That's an easy decision. Of course I do. Of course I want fries with that. This is a decision that's going to last them for decades, man. And it's going to hit their heart and their pocket because they found their dream home and they're paying for it. And they want to know information from a trusted professional, not a contractor. I don't want to beat up contractors, but contractors pull up in a truck filled with toilets, filled with insulation, filled with windows, and they got to sell those things. We understand. That's great. And that's good. That's a great service. That's a needed service. But to get information that's unbiased from someone who lives in the neighborhood, there's only one person on the planet, and that's home inspectors. We can't be replaced by AI either, or robots. This is a personal relationship, serving your neighbors so that they can make a smart decision about moving into their home. And if you can figure out what they need and connect with them, you got them made. So get technically good at performing inspections and then start marketing that message out there that you are different from all the rest and that you know how valuable you are. If in business, there's another tip. If the perceived value of your service is overwhelming in comparison to the cost of that value, people will hire you. If people perceive your value as being overwhelmingly valuable, they will open up their wallet and pay you. Now, how do you become overwhelmingly valuable? You leverage InterNACHI resources so that you're not doing everything on your own in order to be the best in your market and different from all the rest. Like, for example, I have a favorite restaurant. I live in Raleigh, North Carolina, got a favorite restaurant, and I know where to go to get barbecue. And I don't go anywhere else because this is the best place for it. I value that, what they're serving so much, I don't go anywhere else. I don't even think about going anywhere else. And I tell you what, they charge a lot, but I take out my money every time I go there with a smile on my face because the perceived value of what I get is so overwhelmingly good, delicious, that in my head, it's a good decision to pay them. It's called Longleaf Swine, by the way, in Raleigh. Great place for barbecue. Be the best restaurant in town. Be the best burger in town. Be the best pizza shop in town. You cook the best pizza like no one else. It's kind of like the same pizza as everybody else. It's round and cut it and it's got cheese and sauce and toppings, but your pizza is the best. And you got to figure out why. Why is it the best? How is it different from all the other pizza shops? Sounds silly to go through this mental exercise, but actually, if you do it, it's highly beneficial for you, right? Because when When you're in business and the phone ain't ringing and your online scheduling system ain't clicking, you're going to think about this. So might as well think about it now. Go through the hard work now. I mean, get trained and certified at the House of Horrors. That's great. That's a great experience. But man, you have a few other things to do. Business and marketing. And we're in marketing right here. Here's social media graphics. If you're going to post on Instagram or something like that, don't design anything on your own. Just steal stuff from InterNACHI. Steal it. Home inspection image gallery. We have thousands of images like a dryer vent pipe, right? Why are you so concerned about the dryer vent pipe and the bends and how long the dryer vent pipe is? We have an illustration to help you communicate. A picture is worth 1,000 words. So is an illustration from InterNACHI's gallery. Stick these illustrations in your reports to boost your report, to boost the what of your report, the value of your report. You want to overwhelm your clients with value. You want to provide home maintenance books. You want to provide social media graphics. You want to provide newsletter with home maintenance tips on it. You want to provide images in your report, illustrations in your report. Leverage InterNACHI's materials. That's marketing. Okay, so let's go up to, okay, Donald says, you mentioned checklists per courses. Where are these located? Inside the course. Inside just about every course, there's some kind of checklist. Sometimes it's just broken up as a table of contents. You know, under maybe the heating section, there's like all the components are listed. And so you take that information, like we're going through, we're updating the mold course. There's an inspection checklist for mold. There's a standards of practice and a mold inspection checklist in that course. And we're making sure it's updated to the most recent practices from the most successful mold inspection companies that give us feedback. So within every course, like the appliance course, there's a garage inspection course, right? There's 10 steps to inspect a garage door opener. It's a checklist. So download that checklist, okay? Because when I'm doing a garage inspection, it's like, well, what do I inspect first? Maybe I'll pull the handle first. Maybe I'll push the button. Maybe I'll do that thing with the laser eyes on my feet. What should I do first? You don't have to think like that. You want to be efficient with your time, not just going around and inspecting haphazardly, right? That's the bottom part of your fraction, right? You don't want to be long with your time. You want to be short and efficient with your time. Don't run through, don't skip over stuff. Just be efficient with your time. And checklists, you know, are a part of that. You want to get the standards of practice is your foundation upon which to build a successful business and also inspection process. And then additional checklists that come from additional training and certification programs. You want to incorporate that into your process, right? Like there's 10 steps to inspect an asphalt shingle roof. You want to incorporate those 10 steps in your inspection software and then practice so that you reduce mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes, but you reduce mistakes when you have a really good checklist, which is your inspection process. And then you're efficient with your time because you're not just wandering around haphazardly. And never follow your client. You're in charge of, basically, you're managing your time. You're a time manager. You only have 3 hours to do an inspection. You have to manage that time. Time is your most precious asset, and you don't want to waste it because you have that fraction, money divided by time. The bigger the numerator, the better. So where were we? Let's see. Good question. We did licensing, certification, marketing, business development. So there are three things, three legs of the stool that rests upon, on which your business rests, right? There are three pillars, three support structures. There's the technical aspects of performing the work, the inspection, be a well-trained inspector. Then there's the business, and then there's the marketing. And InterNACHI provides all three aspects, and it's all through your dashboard. That's the portal through which InterNACHI members access everything they need to be successful. So we're at business development. BizVelop is a free business development tool built by InterNACHI that is good for veteran multi-inspector firms to the sole proprietor. It takes you through a series of questions and you answer, and then it adjusts and provides you recommendations based upon where you are and what goals you have set up for yourself. It builds, it develops business step-by-step process so you can achieve your goal. Also, like triggers things like maybe you haven't thought of. And you want to do this early instead of later. You don't want to you don't want to start like working on your business after you've been in business for a while and maybe things aren't to the level that you want. You want to do this early. So take advantage of this resource and go through the difficult process. Some of it is just mental exercises. Like, what am I trying to communicate in my marketing? Or have I tried this? Or have I tried that? It's a free business development tool. Okay. And then maybe you're trying to figure out what kind of business entity am I trying to form? Maybe you're an individual, you want to get into the business and you haven't formed a corporation yet. You want to do at least an LLC, or maybe you're at an LLC and you want to think about getting, being an S Corp or something like that. This decision maker tool can help you choose the right business structure for if you're in the United States or Canada. And if you're going to hire somebody, if you're going to delegate down, if you're more of a business owner and you don't want to do the inspections, you want to use the revenue per employee booster. You want to get that home inspector, that employee that you have, make sure that they're doing their core responsibility, which is to make money for the company. And that's another tool you have. But this one is the best button to click in your entire dashboard. I'm biased on it. It's the Home Inspection Business and Marketing course. And this is a course offered by an accredited college, InterNACHI School, an accredited college, internachi.edu. In fact, all of your courses are provided by InterNACHI School, a tuition-free accredited college. Don't go anywhere that's unaccredited. Always look for .edu. You click this button to take the business course. Here's what the business course has inside it. And this is free. You don't have to take the entire course too. It'll take you, I forget how long we estimate. Let's see, how long? 54 hours. Don't do the whole course. Just go in and steal stuff that you need. That's the advantage. There's no law against that. Just go in, find what you need, take it from InterNACHI and leverage it and incorporate it into your practices or operations. You want to have systems and processes in place for your business. So grab this business and marketing resource. We talk about training inside the course and software. There's resources about software. You need software. You need tools as well. We talk about mentoring. How can you do everything on your own? I had a mentor. Most successful companies have mentors in some way. Maybe they're more formal or less formal. Maybe it's just over coffee. Maybe it's kind of like a webinar, but you have to find a mentor. It doesn't have to be your neighborhood. It can be anywhere in the world. Just find somebody who can be a mentor. And InterNACHI has a free mentoring program. These are master inspectors who have agreed to volunteer their time to help others be successful. It's incredible. And it's through this course. Talk about websites. And also we have like a legal Zoom for home inspectors. All the legal documents and resources you need. It's in one course. When's the last time you took a business course at college, right? Do you have an MBA, a master's in business administration? No. But this is the closest thing you're going to get. Take the home inspection business and marketing course. Let me show you my favorite chapter. It's chapter 11. And inside Chapter 11, we have two inspectors, Inspector Mary and Inspector John. And Inspector Mary and John are trying to figure out what they should charge for their inspection before they tell the marketing team, hey, make a bunch of flyers with our price on it. What should they charge? And if you don't know, then you're not going to be in business very long. If you don't know how to calculate a profitable inspection fee, you're not going to be in business very long. And it turns out how to calculate a profitable inspection fee has everything to do with math. And we go through this simple math in the home inspection and business course, business and marketing course. Okay. So click the chapter 11, how to calculate profitable inspection fees. And then you scroll down to chapter 13. That's what I like. And go to branding and think about branding. And branding, we've already kind of talked about it. Branding is the answer to the question, why should I hire you instead of anybody else in class? So there are 7 or 8 of you in class right now. Why should I hire you instead of the next person sitting next to you? I mean, you're all doing that. You're basically a commodity. Look up the word commodity tonight. It's not a good thing. It's not a good word. That word is terrible. You do not want to be a commodity. A commodity is something that's interchangeable with anything else. Can't distinguish one from the other because they all do the same thing. Like toilet paper. You know, and they all do the same thing. Maybe there's slight differences, but toilet paper is oil. A barrel of oil is a barrel of oil is a barrel of oil is a barrel of oil, right? A watch tells time. One watch and this watch and that watch, they all watches do the same thing. One could argue that all home inspectors do the same thing, and there's nothing to distinguish one from the other, unless you can answer the question, why should I hire you instead of somebody else? So go through the mental exercise of answering that question. If you cannot, man, that's not good. Because then, like for me, if I can't tell the difference between one barbecue restaurant in Raleigh from another, I'm just going to pick anyone. In fact, let's just assume all barbecue restaurants in Raleigh are the same. The only distinguishing factor for the consumer would be price. And lowest price wins. And that's no good for anybody. You want the consumer to pull out their wallet and pay you because it's a good decision. Why is it a good decision? When the perceived value is overwhelming in relation to the cost, it's a good decision. If the perceived value of hiring you to get that valuable information at this point in time is overwhelmingly good, if you've communicated that to someone, that there's no one else you need to hire, there's no other barbecue place, there's no other pizza shop, there's no other home inspector in the zip code that can give you what you need in order to make this incredibly important, critical financial decision that's going to be with you for the rest of your life. If you can't communicate, you have a problem. What you want to do is communicate that overwhelmingly good value proposition. It's called a unique value proposition. That's different from all the rest. Unique sales pitch, unique sales proposition, unique selling proposition, something special about what you do that's overwhelming to the type of consumer client that you have clients. not customers, not consumers. You have clients. You want to overwhelm your clients with value so that they pull out their money and pay you because it's a good decision. And you have to, it's on you. We have the resources, we have the marketing team to help you, but we're going to help you by asking you questions. So might as well go through this now. Getting trained and certified as a home inspector at a House of Horrors is great, but start thinking about doing homework. There's no more Netflix binge watching. If you are serious about this, if you want to be the best inspector employee for a company, or if you want to run a successful home inspection business, spend 1 hour a night on training, marketing, or business. And you'll be about 6 weeks ahead of everybody else at the end of 1 year. 5 days a week, 1 hour a day, you'll be about 6 weeks ahead of everybody who's watching TV or playing games. Where would I focus my 1 hour? On getting trained by InterNACHI through the only accredited tuition-free college and getting certified in ancillary inspection services, and then taking the home inspection business and marketing course and the other tools and resources related to business and marketing, and especially leveraging the InterNACHI marketing team. 8 people. I don't have to pay 8 people to work on my marketing. Yeah, I'm gonna take advantage of that. That's how amazing InterNACHI is for your life. When you're an InterNACHI member, you're part of an amazing family of people who just want to focus on your success. And we have all of the resources for you to take full advantage of and leverage so you're successful. Okay? Now, we've been together for a little over an hour. Let me take a look at some of these chats here and see. Let's see. I mentioned, of course, Diana asks, do you have advice about where to place ads that bring clients? Instagram, meeting real estate agents in person, paid Facebook ads, Yelp ads. Yeah, I have an idea. What you need, I mean, what you need is a measuring tape. Something that measures how effective all of your marketing is. And I recommend leveraging one of InterNACHI's partners, Inspector Website Builder. There's a new trend going on where inspectors need websites, but it's no longer a business card online, essentially. That's how we thought about websites. Oh, this is a flyer. This is my home inspection business flyer, and let's put it online as a website. Websites now are being used as measuring devices, because in your marketing or business efforts, if it's worth doing, it's worth measuring. And Diana is asking, do you have advice about placing ads, posting on Instagram and real estate agents and Facebook? There's only one thing in your business that can answer the question, did this Google ad convert someone on my business website and make me money? And that's the website. It's called website data analytics. There's only one thing on the planet that can measure whether your Instagram post had anybody click your profile, visit your website, go on your website, convert into someone that you captured their contact information, and then you converted them into a client, and how much money you made from them. There's only one thing that does that. It's not a social media inspection marketing corporation that increases impressions or visits. It's a device that measures all of your marketing efforts. Like if I do a presentation in a real estate office, I'm going to put a QR code that I generate from my website measuring device, put a QR code on the slide, and have every real estate agent click that QR code. And I'm going to track them hitting my website. They're going to read a blog of tips on how to make home inspections easier for your clients or something like that. Just steal information from InterNACHI's library, put it in your website blog. And when you do a presentation, don't go on and on and on about yourself. Say something intelligent for 5 minutes and then everybody click a link so that you can track every real estate agent and how they visit and have a referral system with maybe a coupon code. And does that coupon code get used by anybody in that presentation? That's measuring something. If I'm going to spend hours on doing something in my marketing, like attending a homeowners convention in my neighborhood, right? Getting a table, I'm going to measure whether that effort, if I'm going to run a Google ad, if I'm going to post on Instagram, if I'm going to do an email, if I'm going to answer the phone, if I'm going to do a chat, if I'm going to text, I want to measure, did that convert into money? And now there's only one thing I'm convinced that measures all that. And that's a website designed by InterNACHI's marketing, InterNACHI's website design partner. And you can Google it. Just go to Google and type inspector website builder. Let me show you mine. I have a fake home inspector website. It's called Big Ben Inspections. You can go there right now, bigbeninspections.com. And I can tell you if my Google ad is making me money or not. And I can tell you if when people search Big Ben Inspections, where I rank, right? And that has something to do with SEO. And I can tell you, what should I do? What if I want to post on social media or something? I just go to my social media dashboard and it has a planner for me. I don't have to think. I don't have to think about posting on social media. It just does it for me. It will create stuff for me to post, right? If I want to customize it, I can do it. But that's not the point. The point isn't, am I posting on Facebook or on Instagram? The point is it making me money? And you can't answer that without website data analytics. Look at my social media posts, just real quick. I don't want to take up all of your time. I know I'm only supposed to talk for like 45 minutes. So for example, let's say, what was the a post on YouTube? I can do Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube. Here's a YouTube video that I did about crawl space floor is not healthy. A dirty crawl space floor isn't healthy, like an uncovered crawl space floor with an exposed dirt. It got 12,000 impressions. That's really great. If that's part of my marketing strategy to get out there, that's part of my marketing strategy. If I actually wanted to reach people who like see my ad, right, and like focus on it, maybe even play it. Like this one was just recently done about moisture intrusion using a device. Almost 4,000 people I reached. Here's some interactions. Like, what's the post with the most interactions? And I can track everybody who lands on my website as well. And I can tell them I can see where they're going. So right now I have 2 live visitors, one in Iowa and one in Utah, or from Iowa and from Utah. And if I wanted to chat with them, I could say hello. I can chat with anybody who visits my website. Why would I want to chat with anybody who visits my website? Because there's an 87% conversion rate when I do so. If you have chat on your website, you have an 87% conversion rate on your website. It's one of the greatest ways to convert. And how do you measure your conversion rate? Through your website data analytics. And how much money did that chat make you? Same measuring tape. That's your website data analytics that are measuring everything that you do in marketing is measured. Then you can answer the question, and everything you do in marketing, is this making me money and how much? And if it's not making you money, stop it. There's no more guesswork anymore in marketing. I think that's where I want to finish up. You no longer have to guess whether your marketing is working or not. If you have a tool that measures how effective and successful everything you do in marketing is, oh man, that's a formula for success right there. Fantastic. If you want to know more information about all of the resources at InterNACHI, I'm on the contact page. Let's go to the contact page. And let's scroll down to meet the staff. So there's me. There's Bogdan. Here's 30 people who work for you. Okay. You want to leverage this resource. You're not alone. Reach out to us, because that's all we're focused on. Helping you succeed with the resources, the systems, the products, the services that we provide at InterNACHI for you. Okay. And my email, I love email. Don't call me. Can't pick up the phone. I'm doing way too much to have a phone call, but I can help you by email, because the answer I'm going to give you is going to be a link within your dashboard to find it. Email me, ben@internachi.org. ben@internachi.org. I'd be honored to help you. Any question you have, any need you have, I'm right here. And if I can't find it, if I can't answer it, I have staff, wonderful staff that can help you. That's what we do at InterNACHI. We're here to help. Okay. So I'm going to leave you. It's been a long stretch without moving. I apologize for going over your time, but I want to honor your time, and I want to thank you very much. And again, if you need me, I'm available at my email. Okay. Have a lot of fun at the InterNACHI House of Horrors. It's an amazing experience. All right, everybody. Bye. See you later.